Throw Gang, we are joined by the Pajama Papa, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the Paris Papi, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys with today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com, the number 2 dad hat centric Substack.
You really think GQ stole your shit?
Oh, I don't know. I had some bars about Yasmin. Now they have a whole thing about Yasmin and her hats. I don't know. You be the judge.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, what am I going to look at the author's byline, cross-reference that to our subscriber list?
Yeah.
I mean,
right
honestly,
now.
probably will later, to be honest.
Noah Johnson, yo, dad hats fucking suck.
Wait, what was the one today? Style advice is bad.
Sure. I don't know. Shout out the Narc Dad.
Yo, he's addicted to rage bait, dude. I love it. I get it, dude. Who isn't?
Look, if you're white and you hit 40,
how many of us?
What else are you going to do with your life?
He's 40 now? No.
I think so.
He's only, that's the craziest. That was always the craziest thing to me because he's such a mature guy with a real full life that he's only like 1 or 2 years older than us. Oh, maybe 40. Yeah.
So,
okay. Never mind.
40.
Okay. Shout out Gentleman's Quarterly.
Yeah. Before we get into, I totally forgot to write about this. Before we get into
a ton of stuff,
getting fucked on your flight, Megalopolis review, and tech guys going to the darkest pools of streetwear. Let's get into a fit check.
You want me to start off?
Sure.
Came through today in my cooked ass Belgians, a little inspired by, honestly, this fit today is really inspired by our boy P. Johnson, to be honest.
Really?
He was wearing.
Does that happen to you? That like
inspiration is everywhere, James.
No. But like for real, like a guest will come and because I'll be inspired to maybe try and be a better person or harder worker.
Depends on the guest.
Yeah.
Inspired to be a sicker cunt.
Are you gonna be inspired to go get a hair transplant?
Dude, his shit looks so good. Are we going to talk about the crazy comments that people have about hairlines?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. But yes, I am inspired. Dude, his shit looked... Here's my thing. I would love so much fucking Letty and cabbage.
Some height?
Dude, I would love some volume, dude. My hair is fucking thin as hell, dude. My shit is plastered on right now like Lego hair, dude. You can pop the shit on and off, dude.
Damn, I lost track of how many times you said dude there. But okay.
How many? I would say dude a lot.
It's like, dude.
It's a filler word. What's your filler word? Okay. I'll take a dude over if I had to choose.
Sure.
Gun to head. Yeah, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, dude. All right, bro.
Fucking yeah, dude.
The socks are Manresa.
But the dude only happened with you ever since Shane Gilly started fucking popping.
That is absolutely not true, dude.
1000% true, dude.
Dude, that is not true, dude.
Dude,
no way, dude.
No, dude.
But you know when that was?
Who spends the most time with you out of anyone on this planet? Not necessarily by choice.
Okay, well that's just hurtful.
It's me. Dude.
Yeah, but you're trying
who can track your behavioral evolutionary trajectories, dude?
But dude, listen, dude. You're trying to say that there's a line of demarcation, dude?
Yes, absolutely.
And it was when Beautiful Dogs dropped, dude?
No, before that.
Live in Austin, dude?
No, just like when you started when like Shane Gill's TikTok started happening.
Shane Gill's, I'm not on TikTok. You've said that many times.
Okay, so I saw them on TikTok and then you would see them on Reels 2 months later, dude.
I don't know. I mean, I would throw it to the audience. Do I say dude a lot? Is it annoying? I could try to stop. I could correct my behavior.
There was a stretch right there where I think there were like 8 dudes in one sentence.
8 dudes? Pause. Yeah. No, did he, dude? Wait, there was 8 dudes were being stretched out?
Yeah. The hateful dude 8.
The pants are on pajama down in the Polo Palace.
Yeah.
Silky boys.
You acting like it's a Friday.
I'm acting like it's a freak off Friday, dude.
You know. Well, I'm referencing the fact that you were just asked out on Friday.
Oh yeah, true. Well, you asked me, you go, yo, did you wear these to the office? And my question was like, I didn't know what the other option was. Like just bringing them in a bag and wearing another pair of pants and changing.
I saw some pants hanging up on the rack over there. So I was like, oh, I bet there's a chance that he wore normal pants
to the office
and then changed for the pod.
Bro, you know I fucking live this shit.
Yeah, bro.
Now listen, bro. Dude.
Oh, we're back on bro?
I feel like there were some people maybe on the train or on the street staring at my pants, but they're silk pajama pants. They're all over print silk pajama pants, and they're worth every penny.
Wearing silk jammies on the fucking C train or whatever you're on.
G train.
That's like going, that's like taking your,
and the F.
That's like rolling your Remova back to like row 57F.
You think so?
Kind of.
I mean, to be clear, the pants are only like $200 on StockX.
I know. I sourced them for you live on pod.
I mean, that is true. That did happen. Which, by the way, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, this couldn't have happened without you.
We've been talking about the Palace Ralph collab a lot. I saw Gareth, the other co-founder with Lev in Paris, and we were talking about the Ralph collab, and I was like, yeah, the one piece that I think the only piece of apparel I've ever bought off StockX was the waffle knit tee with the little neon horsey. And he's like, yo, that's the one piece that I wish I've been able to keep from like all the collabs and everything we've done. That's one thing that I don't have, that I fucking regret not acquiring and saving.
Yeah, I would just say that, like, I think these pants, like, well, I think they project luxury, but like you can still just wear them, I think, in your everyday life. It's a choice. It's a choice. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it wasn't a choice.
Did you get some looks? Did you get some looks on the subway?
That's what I'm saying. I got looks on the subway in the street, but I like that.
You like being ogled like a freak?
Dude, no.
Like a freak.
No, like a bad fucking bitch in my
like bad boy?
Dude. Like a girl walking the mile in gym class in the Cookie Monster fucking jammies. These are just, horsey Ralph Silk.
Feeling
Ralph
like
Polo
a bad
Silk.
boy, no Diddy.
Or Palace Silk.
But people, I mean,
they're
quite absurd.
They read to me more like Hermes with the horses, with the bits, like an Hermes scarf just ensconcing your hindquarters.
Did you sit down on the train in those? Did you slide off since they're silk?
No, I didn't slide off, but I was a little worried about them getting a little wrinkled. The thing about silk, right? They wrinkle easily, but you can steam them out pretty easily as well. So, I'm okay.
Yep, you are. That is some hot, steamy something you're wearing.
But no, these are my real pants that I did wear today. This is not a show. Well, this is a show. This isn't I'm not faking it for the camera.
Context matters. All I'm saying, I'm not saying that the pants are necessarily dog shit. I'm just saying, or horse shit. Literally,
in this case,
I'm saying that context is key here.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. But no, I was never more excited to wear.
Those look great in like a country British estate, or like a weekend, a leisurely weekend up in the country.
Okay, let me just, not to belabor this point, but we're on it already. So if when you sourced these for me and you were looking for yourself, let's say you got a pair, when would you wear them?
Around the crib.
So strictly an inside John.
Post bath, robed up.
No underwear.
Watching the Menendez brothers show on the TV.
Is that good?
I've only watched one episode. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I just feel like with all I'm familiar with the story, and obviously all of the legal ramifications that are happening now are very interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, do I want to devote my beloved movie time to a show?
Well, you don't watch TV. You know that.
No, I either watch one, it's not TV, it's HBO, or two, Cinema.
Or Shogun.
Yeah, but that was fucking last year? No, last year.
No, this year. It's on the 50s for this year.
Really?
I think.
I don't know. But when the Emmys are like, I don't know how it works.
Bro.
Shogun, great show that you did not finish, that you didn't like.
It's not that I didn't like it. Just all those people look the same.
White. I was gonna say too white savoury.
Well, he was just a bad actor. What do you mean I'm shipwrecked on the great land of Nippon?
No, that guy was great, bro.
That's how he talks.
No, I know. He was great.
Dude, Shogun, what do you mean the Portuguese are after my gold?
You do pretty good, whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
What's his name? Like
Blackbeard?
No.
Blackburn?
Blackburn, yeah. Lord Blackburn.
I'm Blackburn.
Or whatever the fuck.
The sailor to the best ports of the Golden Orient.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
We're good? All right. Nice, bro. That was on purpose. Whoa, dude, what am I doing? Oh, dude. Nice, dude.
What's the shirty?
Pleaser is Cortez. The chambray is Armani jeans. That's kind of the getting to the PJ.
What is this?
Belgians, silk.
What does this tag here say, though?
Armani.
So I didn't see
Armani J.
The Nazi eagle up top. I thought that was a W. I thought it said war. I thought it said like Whamma Jamma.
He's
like
Italian. They're just fascists. They're not Nazis.
Right, sorry.
It's a fascist eagle. Okay?
The trains did run on time, though.
Absolutely. Shades are Dita, Coolman Zin. Speaking of Shogun, I got the Fuji Apple Pear Celsius. Hydro Flask full of Lower East Side's finest. Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand. Boxers are Skims.
Nice.
Honestly, that's the issue. I really like these stretch Skims. That's where there's an extra sliding with that fabric with the silk, versus like if you're free balling it out of the bath or whatever the fuck you were talking about, you might be a little more locked in.
Yo, if you're not going fucking sack on silk, what are you doing?
Sack on silk. Can't make that the title.
Why not?
All right. I thought you were,
What?
There's a certain person. All right, use your imagination. There's someone on this show that's like, we should not lean into pee pee poo poo dick pussy. But I'll go sack on silk all day.
I wish I was going sack on silk right now.
Yo, bro, I chased the sack to get the silk.
Chasing sack, rocking silk.
All right, we got a lot of options. All right, I'm gonna put my mic down. I'm gonna throw it to you, dude.
All right, dude. Chasing
sack,
rocking silk.
Sick.
Yeah. By the way, your Zin is slipping. You got some Zin slippage.
You'll never catch me slipping, but you might catch the Zin slipping. Okay, James.
The shoes are Clark's X throwing fits. What a time. That was this year, right?
I don't know.
Damn. You got to start.
No, that might have been last year.
I think it was this year. I think it was like winter this year, like February.
Oh, like early 2024. Yeah. Maybe it's possible. Oh, speaking of which, the model of that, Rob for Mildred, happy 10-year anniversary to him and Christine, and also haircut. This beautiful fucking pop off gig. That's courtesy of Mr. McMillan himself.
Bro, I went to their 10-year anniversary party because that's just the type of couple they are. They're like, let's just celebrate this with all our friends. Mm-hmm. Also, I think Christine had they had forgotten it was their 10-year anniversary, and so they were just like, wait, we had already booked this karaoke room. Let's just combine it with our anniversary / make it a party. Yeah,
because they were going like out of town for their actual 10-year, but I think then they were like, oh, a 10-year might necessitate, bringing the people together, the community.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Rob on the karaoke mic, he was going fucking Wheezy mode.
Wait, really?
Freestyling. Like the song would fade out.
He was freestyling karaoke.
The song would fade out and then he'd keep singing in the style of the song.
That's
so
cool.
if it was like Cranberries Linger, he'd be like, with Larry and Jimmy, we are drinking beers. It would just keep going after the song had ended. It was fucking awesome.
That was a beautiful Dolores O'Riordan. Rest in peace.
Paul, who I unfortunately have never hung out with up until this point. He did that was his first time doing karaoke
as a grown man. I don't want to say his age.
I think as ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm even let's say I've considered myself a little bit. Well, no, we did karaoke in college. That's a late bloomer for sure, dude. Yeah.
That's a fun crew to hang out with. Sanford was like arm wrestling dudes at the end of the night. It was.
Damn, sorry to miss it. I did see. Well, I feel bad because I didn't see Christine, but I saw Rob the night before, and because of that, I was not able to physically attend their anniversary party.
Gian being a Filipino, it's just in his DNA to set it off early.
What's his go-to? Or what was he doing that night? I'm always curious.
He got the party going with International Players Anthem.
Wow.
He hit every single word.
What the fuck?
And I think, except the words that he can't say, which I don't even know if there are those words in that song.
I'm going to say there probably is at least one N-word.
Okay. Well, he didn't say, he said almost every single word, which was very impressive.
International N-words anthem?
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are we behind?
What?
No, all right, whatever.
We're not behind the paywall.
Hey, it happens.
More poop jokes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So shout out Rob and Christine and that whole crew. Mm-hmm. Greg was fucking rocking. Speaking of fantastic lettuce, my goodness.
Well, listen, bro. I could use some of that, dude. Anyway, shout out Mildred, official barbershop of the fucking program, the best white people barbershop. Is that what we call it?
Yeah. And then they're like, no, we cut all races and nationalities. We're like, sure, bro. The socks are Nike Drifties. The pants are orally twisted brown denim. They're twisted for your pleasure. The t-shirt is
your pleasure.
Our Legacy Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
New colorway that came out a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Is that like a
hummus?
No.
They love
like a tahini. I think I'm at close to 20 of these.
20 workshop tees?
Mm-hmm.
All of the same style, right? Or do you have different? Well, you have TF ones.
The TF ones, which I shout out the one kid I saw at Vent Space this weekend wearing that. I didn't get to say what up, but you looked really good wearing that t-shirt.
You looked hot, bro.
You looked fucking tasty.
You looked tasty, dude.
Yeah. Shout out Chad, the ex-IG plug who I saw in Greenpoint wearing a TF Company quarter zip.
He's back in town?
He's just visiting, yeah.
Big Dick Chad is back in town.
From Chi-Town with wifey.
Dude, the quarter zip. Yo, slept on piece. Banger.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's the one they did with the wine guys. It has like the
penis.
It's not a penis, it's a big arrow.
Right,
on the back.
The penis wine one.
Yep.
You have the Bart. You have the Bart now, which I secured for you.
Thank you. The bootleg Bart. What else? Yeah, I think that's kind of it.
Did you do when I got that bootleg Bart? You know, there was also a bootleg Cookie Monster. Cookie.
Double vent cookie t-shirt.
Yo, I wonder if low-key, that's AJ Bit fucking Cookie Monster's whole flow, dude.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Damn, now I'm saying dude so much. Fuck.
Yep. The shirt on top that I took off because it's a little hot in here is TDR, the in-store line private label from Garb Store and Coveteur.
Other way around, but yeah.
Coveteur and Garb Store.
Mm-hmm.
Love this joint.
What's the
Throw it
fabric?
back on. I don't know. It's like they use Japanese textiles, right? And I think, or maybe just Japanese hardware.
Well, no, it's like Japanese textiles and maybe hardware, and then like British manufacturing. That's the whole kind of log line.
Yeah, I chatted with the creative director of the store / like of the line, and maybe for a story coming soon. I don't know.
No spoilers.
Real reporting shit.
Yeah.
I feel like we actually have kind of like, we're going to get into it, but I feel like we have kind of been putting our reporter hats on.
Well, no, you do reportage. I do op-ed. I feel like that's like a good kind of, well, not that you don't. I mean, your Essence thing, probably I think the best piece that kind of kicked off the blogging era of throwing fits, the one that definitely I feel like had the most eyes on it, that was a full-on op-ed, right? But that
was just like an experience / like what I thought about it, which is that what an op-ed is?
What would you call it?
I don't got op-eds. I get op-head.
Yo, all my ops, give me
all my hops suck my dick.
Yo, honestly, right? If you're an op out there, give me a head, dude.
I don't write op-eds. I get op-head.
Yeah, your reportage game has been strong, my friend.
Is op with 2 P's?
Op is with 2 P's.
Op-head. There you go.
Yo, these titles are.
The hat is utility materials.
All right.
Jewelry on the right is Bottega. The jewelry on the left is Jill Sonder. I am about to kill this Diet Pepsi, and I'm going to tuck into this Nalgene of Lower-East-Side's finest.
Yeah, I'm about to tuck into this Nalgene of tap water.
My emotional sport Nalgene.
Oh, man.
And the boxers are Hanes.
Nice.
And the sunglasses are vintage. Oh, fuck. I always fuck this up. Vintage, I think Gianni.
Oh,
Gianni
the Sublime.
Versace, like his own eponymous line, courtesy of Pezze Vintage.
Pezze Vintage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, also with the pajamas, right? We brought the pod to the bed last week. Now
that's right.
I'm bringing the bed to the pod. If I had to really continue to...
to validate your sartorial choices?
Double, triple, quadruple down on my damn slacks.
Hey, man, whatever you feel good in. Am I right, brother?
Yeah, dude. All right, what do you want to start with?
Hey, dude.
Can I talk about my nightmare getting out of Paris before we get into your beautiful extra day?
Yeah, because I thought that you actually were blessed with a delay where instead of having to leave the hotel at 4 a.m, you were, because, oh my God, first of all, we had a delicious dinner.
Oh, fuck,
shout out
dude.
Cam and...
You want me to, should I find the place?
Well, it's called Wally Lay. It's in the 11th arrondissement. We were with Cam and Nagui.
Mm-hmm.
That is his name.
What do you call me?
Nagui.
Nice.
That is his name because he is from Morocco.
Yeah.
Not because, sorry. He is from Morocco.
Right. Wait, no. Tunisian?
Some North African.
What Jean Touitou is. Only
Algerian.
Nagui is, yeah, he's just not racist like Jean Touitou.
Right. That we know of. Bro, West African food.
Banged.
Senegalese, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroonian. So fucking fire.
I was blown away.
I know. I almost asked you for all the crab in your pepe soup that he didn't eat.
Yo.
It was like it was like $50 worth of crab.
I'm not a crab guy, but dude, fucking pepe soup, dude. I just slurped down all that broth and like left you could have had the crab.
And flag beer. I don't know what country it was because I asked the guy, I was like, what kind of beer is this? He's like, it's African beer. I'm like, all right.
Should I look it up? Is it like what do you think? It's like African or like Algerian white African?
Well, Africa is a continent, so it's a land of a landmass of many countries.
Okay,
I bet it's a West African beer.
It is
Senegalese.
Hold on, sorry. I can't. Yo, what does this mean? Société de Brasserie de
West Africa.
Okay. Senegal. Yo, yeah. Senegalese beer. Yo, flag. Yo, fucking. That's a flag I'll salute, dude.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's like such a cultural exchange / colonization of like West and slavery of Senegal and France, but I feel like there's got to be some fire Senegalese restaurants in New York.
Oh, there has to be. Well, and now I think have you ever had Senegalese food before? No. I had not. No. I am fully fucking. I mean, the meal that we had, which was coursed out like perfectly. I mean, it was mind-blowingly good and very, very, very spicy in like the best possible way.
It looks like there's a few up in Harlem. Let me drag the map over. It looks like there's some in like kind of like way East Brooklyn, a little like Bed-Stuy. Yeah.
Well, there's a place by me called
Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights.
There's a place by me called Radio Quara, which has pepe. They're like very much known for their pepe soup. So I'm sure there's some influence of, West African cooking there. What was your favorite thing? If you could, we had so many.
I don't know. Also, that was like over a week ago. It was so fun.
What was that like that fried chicken was crazy. What was that? That was like,
well, there was also this like Creole kind of influence, which,
the shrimp.
Obviously again, with like, the French Connection, your favorite movie.
Not one of my favorite directors.
It is a movie.
It is absolutely a movie.
Therefore, you love it.
Shout out Popeye Doyle, worst cop ever on film.
Oh.
That's
What's the director's name?
William Friedkin.
Okay.
Who did Sorcerer?
He did
The Exorcist.
He did your poster.
Yeah, he directed my poster. One of my posters.
Yeah. But so we had this incredible meal, and it was like, all right, like, our time in Paris coming to a close, because I thought that you had to wake up at 4 a.m. to catch your like 7 a.m. flight home.
Right. Well, the flight kept getting delayed,
which is great.
Dude, I was so relieved knowing that I didn't have to get up at 4. The flight eventually, let's say, got delayed from like, I think it was an 8. It was like a 7 board for like an 8 takeoff. Eventually gets delayed to a 1 p.m. board for like a 2 p.m. takeoff. And here's the thing. I was absolutely loving it until I got on the plane. We find out from the captain and the crew that the plane that we were supposed to board at 7 and take off at 8 never showed up.
It disappeared.
No, I think it was just like had its own issues. So it was, but it never showed up in Paris. It wasn't
ghost plane.
It wasn't a Malaysian flight. But so to keep shout out to Delta and Air France, whatever, for making it work. Cause like I'd rather
World Alliance.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Oh, well, my thing is like, of course I wanted to go home. I didn't want to like necessarily like stay in Charles de Gaulle, but dude, the plane that they pulled out from us, bro, for us was probably like,
from Malaysian Airlines.
Honestly, dude, it felt like 20 years old. It was the shittiest business class experience I've ever had in my entire life. No, I know. Champagne problems. But to give you some context, the TV, the screen size, what is now standard for steerage, was like, this was what they were giving to customers in business class 20 years ago.
Oh, so were you like zooming in on your phone and watching it on your phone?
Yeah, and there was no touch. It wasn't touch screen. And of course, my shit's all broken. Like it was, dude, it was fucking brutal.
It must have been older than 20 years because I looked up the info on my plane and was also kind of, I've been saying this, Air France business class fucking mid as hell. And my airplane was 18 years old.
18?
Yeah. And it sounded like better than yours, but it was still like dog shit.
Yo, shit, mine.
And it was a Boeing. I was kind of shook.
Mine was also Boeing, the one that didn't show up. Shocker, Boeing as well.
Yeah, because it's in the fucking ocean.
It exploded over the Atlantic. Yeah, dude, it was so again, champagne problems. I don't want to like, make anyone butthurt who doesn't have brands paying for them to fly business class. Let's be real.
Wait, so what time do you eventually take off?
It wasn't delayed. It was delayed till 2 and then took off at 2. But it was just like then the whole flight in the fucking, fucking piece of shit.
What movies did you watch on the little square?
I watched the ungentlemanly Guy Ritchie shit based on your egg. Perfect plane movie. Loved it.
A lot of Nazi killing.
Yeah. We have Inglourious Bastards at home. I'm sure a million people have made that joke. If you didn't even already last week. When I compile my next movie list, that's another like best plane movie this fall. And then I also watched fucking Janet Planet, a little A24 joint.
Never
fucking great performances. Fucking Snorefest, all vibes. Like a fucking whatever early 90s period piece. A24 head ass movie, not very good. It was fine.
Did you have a 24 pack of beers on the flight?
No, I had 1 glass of red wine. Honestly, dude, I was so partied out from Paris that like I pretty much kept it on the fairway, as my pops would say. 1 glass of red wine before we landed. Yeah, mainly I had more bags of chips. I was tasting some new Tyrell flavors, Tyrells, which is like I guess a British chip that I only ever see them when I'm obviously in Europe, but like we're not really in the UK that much, so. They're only in the airport when I'm in CDG. I
had a beer with my dinner at Kronenberg, and it was a tall boy. And I was like, oh shit, I wonder how many Lawrence is going to put down.
Nah. There was Kronenberg available?
Tall boys.
Wait,
they give you a 16 ounce
You
can.
flew Air France, I flew Delta. So I had Miller Lite and Sweetwater.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
Well, the Miller Lite, I mean, we could get into, how I go Wade Boggs mode, but I was like, I don't want to do that this time around.
Right. Right.
Anyway,
Jenna might be waiting for you at the airport.
All right. So while I was flying back in a fucking hoopty with wings, you were enjoying your beautiful day in Paris. Some me time?
I mean, unfortunately, my one free day there. We realized this for next time. We're gonna fly back on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Right. So Monday,
Tuesday to Sunday is the move.
Monday, a lot of stuff was closed, including like the Archivist and thanks God I'm a VIP, the two vintage stores that I really wanted to peep. But I was still able to pack my day out because I got a few recommendations from Eduardo from Husbands.
Hell yeah.
The first thing he mentioned was OFR Bookstore, which in the Marais, it was the only thing open at 10 a.m. Like everything else was open at 11 or 12.
Do they also have like coffee and shit there and croissants?
No, they have like merch and art. And I was like, oh, good place to maybe get some like souvenirs and gifts.
Oh, it's a fancy art bookstore.
Yeah, but it's pretty sick, and it's where Sofia Coppola had her like book signing thing. So it's bad bitch birdified if the only good Coppola director is right. Well, we'll see.
Maybe today.
Sure. And I guess they're gonna open up a location in New York. And like when I mentioned it to Sham was like, "Yo, that place is fucking sick," and he gave me New York intel. And if it's Sham valid, then it's like cool guy valid.
So you bought some trinkets and gifts and ephemera?
Yeah, some like photo zines and like
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But
I bought Jenna a magnet in the airport.
What'd she say?
And she was pissed. She's fucking pissed. But here's the thing.
We didn't have time to shop though. You really didn't.
We
didn't.
I know. And of course I said that, but like you got to understand, like on our fridge, which is your fridge is magnetized, right? It's metal, right?
Yes, I have a metal fridge.
Some fridges are plastic, dude, right?
Yeah, the Smegma ones, maybe.
Anyway, we have a whole magnet section from all of our world travels. Normally, they're like the cool, badass, like 3D little diorama ones.
I like those too. It's like kind of like a campy, like kitschy thing.
So as I'm buying my fucking,
what'd you get? The Eiffel Tower?
Chips? No, it was the Arc de Triomphe. Is that cool. What that's? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sure.
Yeah, but no, she was fucking heated, dude.
So what? Cardio wasn't open,
and there was like a perfect spot, and I was like, see, like I thought of you. I thought it was the thought that counted.
You're
apparently
wrong,
not. No, it's the
You're wrong, dude.
It's the bottom line, brother.
Dude, where's my souvenir?
Anyway, moving on. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. I walked over actually right next door to where we had dinner the night before in the 11th, which I guess is like Nagy and Cam were saying like, yeah, the Marais is now kind of very expensive. It's now like, I think it's more like Williamsburg. Soho, Williamsburg.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like the sweet greenification of Paris, bro. Am I fucking right?
Totally, brother.
That being said, so this was in the 11th. Went to Clamato, which is like not too many cool American expats, like a decent amount of like just French people too. Seafood based, incredible. Kept it light because I was like, I've been eating fucking beef and crab and flag beer all weekend. Highly recommend.
When I was reading this note, I thought you like drank Clamatos for lunch.
No, I had a michelada.
Really?
Was really good
in Paris. What beer did they put in it? Did you see?
Some like blonde, like Blue and Deck or something. I don't know. But there was like a really spicy, good like tomato blend.
What does Clamato mean? I just know it as like a
clam and tomato juice.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
So Clamato, you would recommend for light fare for people making a Parisian list.
Or go crazy. I mean, I had like some Parisians love a motherfucking cod fritter.
Yeah, those were even at the Senegalese place. We got them. We got cod fritters, I believe.
And they had that. Like I feel like cod fritters are everywhere. Hoofed it back to the Marais.
Okay.
And it was this weird like Paris day of like, it's raining, it's not raining. It's spritzing, it's showering, it's misting, it's sunny, it's hot, it's cold. It's fucking wild. But hoofed it back to the Marais because, like it or not, that is kind of where like the retail center is.
It's like going shopping in Soho. It's like you're in Soho, but like all the stores are there. So it is what it is.
I had to hit up the Broken Arm.
Great store. So they're open on Mondays. No, I'm just familiar with all of their amazing collabs with whether it's like the Solomon Slippies or whatever. They're great merch that we included in the dad cap thing.
So I bought a dad cap there and I have been wearing it
it's good hat.
The past week. Thank you. The whole past week that I got back.
Cheap as fuck too. Like good ass merch, very cheap.
40 euro. 40 euros.
Wait, that's 40 in French?
40.
Jeez, I don't know any fucking. Okay, all right.
I'll take your word for it. I thought it was 35 euro, but it's 40.
Okay, it's going completely over my fucking balding dome.
Okay, You think Broken Arm is like very, very fire, right? Because you know it for the collabs, you know it for the Solomon.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually that I've never been, because that is like one of the most popular menswear stores, and we don't really talk about it that much on the pod.
So,
here we go.
It was okay.
Is that, should we throw out the theory of that the group chat was cooking up where maybe wherever you are in the world, because retail and menswear is so back, there's not enough clothing to go around. So even like the best places, and this is from new to vintage, there's like too many menswear fans, which is great. We love you guys. Thank you for listening. That there's not enough clothes to keep on the racks.
No, not necessarily the case with this one. The reason why I'm saying it was okay is that it was very high fashion, like very high fashion. Prada, Rick, Home, fucking, did I say Rick? Jill Sander. It was like very Margiela. It was very
it's designer,
capital F fashion, which I was not expecting. And that's just like I'm just not that customer. And sure, you can argue that it's like, oh, they merchandise it and the buy is actually like more interesting. But I kind of felt like I was just in a Dover Street Market. And I kept being like, where? And they did have like a sneaker section, which is very European to have like, like designer and sneakers.
The tier 0 sneaker in Europe is still, I think, a feather in the cap of a retailer, whereas here it doesn't matter anymore.
So I think they are maybe on the cutting edge precipice for like, kind of the sneaker world of like Asics, Solomon,
good sneakers,
like
obviously.
weird Nike, weird ACG shit, some Wales Bonner, Adidas. It's like good sneakers. But I was just like, this is kind of like not really what I expected or thought it was going to be. I was able to see a bunch of rear.
Oh, nice. Did you try on the quarter zip to end all quarter zips?
I've had a few opportunities to try on the quarter zip in the past week, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
Are you fuck, dude?
I don't. I don't want to do it.
It's at Ven Space, obviously. I
don't want to do it. By the way, Chris told me in the 3 weeks that Ven's been open, he's sold 6 of those.
6 G's.
6 $1,000 quarter zips.
I'm afraid of if I try. I don't know about you. I'm afraid if I try it on, I'm like, I'm gonna need this for some reason.
Yeah, or just like
it's like a heavy duty fleece. It's not like what we did with CP is more of like a quarter zip, like a layering piece. This to me, and maybe if you're skinny, you can layer. This to me is like a outermost layer for a brisk fall day type vibe.
I just don't think it's going to look good on me, and I think I don't want to like pop the bubble of the romantic notion I have around rear right now.
I've never seen one the only one I saw was on Dinesh in Paris. I've never seen another one in person, despite them selling like hotcakes and being so popular. Anyway.
But the rest of the rear is very like utilitarian, like running based.
Yeah, dude, they're like a cool like it's almost like
it's activewear.
It's like cool guy activewear, high end designer, cool guy.
And there's a few of those now, like Roa Apparel, which I'm going to talk about. This new brand, Literary Sport. This like
Literary Sport is very cool, but isn't that's women's, right?
It's unisex, and it's both,
right,
but I think it's mainly unisex. But I think that's more running.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of the guy that's behind it, or woman, but
I just know Jackie McGowan, who's fire. She like styled it, or maybe is part of the brand. She's involved, and she's a great IG follow.
Yeah, but Broken Arm. I mean, the merch. Oh, there was one thing I kind of wanted, which was like a knickknack, but it was way too expensive. It was a natural tan leather cigarette case.
Sick.
That you just like buy.
Hender Scheme makes one of those too, I believe.
Was it 300 euros?
Was it? That was
it was on Hender Scheme.
Huh.
Isaac so big.
Bless you. Here's my issue. Not my issue with the Broken Arm. You and I feel like are not the kind of guys that would look at a brand list before going to a store. You're just like, I've heard it's got a great rep. Whatever. So it's not like you would be prepared to see all this capital D designer. But if you look at like the merch and you look at the collabs that they've done, it's almost like you're smoke screened into thinking that it's like kind of like more of our menswear tier when it actually turns out to be, and not even like a combination.
That's exactly what happened to me, where I'm just like, wait, what? Like, I don't have the body or like the funds to like wear this shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more like, brands like in our tier of contemporary menswear.
Any bangers from those, capital D designers that jumped out though, like a Jill Sander piece that you're like, I'm going to try it on just to get a vibe.
I mean, some crazy. No, I don't want to try that shit on. I don't know. No, I mean, I just know I'm wasting everyone's time if I'm like, let me try on this fucking, $4,000 Prada shirt. Maybe some Prada shoes. I was like kind of looking at it and I was like, but nah.
Whose time? I guess, you're probably wasting the store's time. You're not wasting your own time if you're already there.
I mean, yes, I am, because I could go on to the next.
Okay.
Which is what I did when I went to the Lauren Manugian showroom to link up with my boy Chris, king of the 0.5, fucking this shit.
What is that's his move?
Yeah. Well, he's tall and lanky, so he can do this and like nails it every time.
So when he takes a flick, like for socials, it's always 0.5 and then Durant level fucking wingspan.
Yeah, and you're able to kind of, it's cool because you're able to like get the whole crew in. When I was at Colbo on Thursday, we missed each other, but like we were trying to do that. And it was like, yo, is anyone on here under the age of 28 that knows how to do this?
wait. Is it effective with like a stumpy ass normal guy arm?
I don't know. I had to stand on a bench eventually to get the whole Colbo crew.
I know we don't
in the picture.
I know we don't do zoos. Well, what do you like? You just 0.5 is just. Can you do it this way? Oh no, you got to
do back camera. Yeah. No, but you got to.
I see. How this is.
You don't know.
This is mad.
You're shooting blind.
Let's see.
You get it?
Yeah, nailed it, dude.
Yeah, but that's two people in a linear. You need a circle of people. It's good for like dinner pics and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, totally. So Lauren Manugian, you've talked about them on the show before. I feel like the audience is getting familiar. So when you go to the showroom and there's no men's, you're seeing a homie, obviously, you're supporting a homie, but like, what are you checking out?
I'm getting the whole story on the brand. So it's like all made in Peru. Lauren and Chris, they spend like half the year in Peru. He's telling me about
half the year.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much
fire. Machu Picchu type shit.
No, he's talking about like I'm talking about Lima.
Okay,
that's a place. Like, there's salespeople there that I've hung out with and befriended, and one of them's from Japan. So we're talking about Japan. It's just like it's not to see clothes. It's like see the people. Yeah,
ooh. With the new stuff that you're peeping. That's what SS25, presumably.
Yes, I didn't even really get to handle the clothes. I saw some shoes, but like I met the photographer that he shot this insane photo editorial spread that's in a magazine that I saw at OFR that's like on this like otherworldly moonscape. And he's like telling me about it. So it's just kind of like, I'm getting Chris's backstory about how he lived in Paris, how he kind of started the brand, the future plans for the brand.
You're getting culture, not clothes.
Yeah. If you go to the store and you see some staff and they're male, maybe they're wearing Lauren Manugian. Maybe that's a little preview of what's to come in the future.
Oh, because I was going to say the whole thing that we talked about previously was that like if you have a size 9, size 9 foot, you can like not even squeeze in. You could like find some cool footwear options, but maybe some unisex style garments as well, potentially.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just very beautiful, very elegant.
Yeah. Expensive?
I don't know, but fellas, if you're looking to get a gift for your lady partner and she's not down with fridge magnets, maybe Lauren Manugian is a route you can take.
Yeah.
Until hopefully one day, not too distant from now, we will maybe see Lauren Manugian for the dudes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, bro.
The staffers there, they're people of all sex and genders, and they're all wearing Lauren Manugian. So go peep that.
Sick.
Then I not finally linked up with Jonathan and Dinesh and Paul and all the homies at the Radical PR
Get
office.
radical.
Do you know that Paul is a co-founder and owner? The guy working the door at Ramzam's 50th midlife crisis bash is the co-founder and owner.
He does not take his job
He just
lightly.
loves working the door.
Well, so dude, when I was in a fraternity, I loved the same thing. I'm only speaking for myself, not for Paul, but the absolute, you get shit faced on power. It's awesome.
Oh, you do that. The door guys hate this guy.
But at the same time, not only are you drunk on power, but you can get drunk on goodwill, where it's like then the pleasure and joy that you can get from then hooking people up, much like Paul hooked us up and our new friends that we made that night. That's crazy though.
Well, I think he's
in the shits.
I think he's more like kind of like, I want to make sure that like this like chaotic portion of the event that like we're running is like going smoothly and like keep my eyes on it and whatever.
That's like the general that leads the charge.
Exactly. I have seen the others and I will no other.
Yo, Dispatch could not be the outro music.
Follow me into the club. So
it's like a 7-minute outro song, dude. Should we rock Dispatch?
Go to your hotel and take a shower and shine your shoes.
Take a shower and shine your shoes.
There's no more booze. You are young men, you must be sleep. You're old men, you must be sleeping.
Yo, honestly, bro, this podcast can do it all. Dispatch?
See, this is what Rob was doing. You are old men, you must be sleeping. So
how's their show? How's like their office and showroom? Is it lit?
It's pretty fire. I mean, they've grown. They were like 5 people, now they're like 20.
Damn.
And again, like these guys, I think are like the the goats in Paris right now. So they had the rear collection that I got to peep. Roa apparel, which as you know, I'm a fucking huge fan of and proponent of. Got to meet what's the guy's name? Blanking on his name.
It's okay.
But
Pregnant pause.
They laced me with some Kiko A6, the Striaxes, the mules.
The mules.
Some, which
great shoe to fly in. Did he fly in them?
I didn't.
Oh, that would have been, that's like that shoe exists for the airport.
I know.
Damn.
What did I don't know what I flew in. No, you know what? I packed them because I was like, it's a mule. It's less material, take up less space in the in the suitcase.
John's brain.
Yeah.
Not
exactly.
that you'd rather be uncomfortable for the flight to maximize. You're like wearing Tim's on the flight to maximize your suitcase. Okay. I mean, listen, bro, I get it. We all have John's brain to some degree.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Got some Roa apparel.
Woo!
Courtesy of the boys.
Bro, fuck, dude. I wish I could have been there to reap the rewards.
You mean
Roa apparel for free?
Yeah, just like a little hoodie and socks.
Whoa, goddamn. And the Kiko. I mean, honestly, listen, obviously you're very thankful for this #blessed, but that's like a fire ass fit. Just
the Striax shoes, though. The Striax shoes, I was kind of, so they're like the mules. They're like crazy colors. They're very Kiko. I wasn't
all kinds of crazy colors.
I wasn't really into them, seeing them online, but it's one of these things again where you're just like, oh shit, like, okay, now I understand why or how I could freak these.
Top down. When you're pointed, this is what I always say about shoes, dude. The top down view as the wearer is so important. And some shit hits and some shit doesn't. Some shit might look great from the side, but if your top down POV is not fucking hitting, then why wear the shoes? You want to see the beauty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that shoe might be something like that. I don't know if you can confirm or deny how the top down POV is on the fucking Kiko mules, but I can kind of see. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh shit! This guy's name is Banga.
Banga.
I was like, is his name Banga? His name's Banga. Yeah, shout out Banga.
Wait, BNGA?
BANGA.
Banga.
Yeah.
No relation to Lou.
I don't know.
Wait, his last name is Banga.
He's wearing Samba number 5s. All right, then. Sorry, just continuing on my day of culture. I went to the Pompidou, the Centre de Pompidou. It was I think because it was the only museum that was open on a Monday. I waited 45 minutes to get in.
Worth it?
Kind of, because it was this exhibition on surrealism, which is I find interesting, and just obviously you need to go in there and take photos for Instagram.
Of course.
Again, maybe hit the gift shop for some sous vides. I copped a magnet.
There you go.
Right. I feel like that's kind of like a nice little art gift shop exhibition or souvenir for yourself is a little magnet like that or the airport. It was fine. It was just the crowds were so.
Have you been before? I've never
Pompidou.
Been.
Yeah,
so
not a long time.
I mean, 45. Yo, that's tough, dude.
But at a certain point, because like at a certain point, I was like, I can't turn around now.
No, well, absolutely, dude. I think once you're at, so it's kind of like with me with the archivist. If it's already been over 10 minutes, if I haven't pulled the trigger, I'm waiting in the line. I'm staying. I mean, depending on what we're expecting to be the estimated time of arrival, like dude. I feel like you have no choice.
I know. Whatever, did that, went back to the hotel, fucking changed out of my sneakers. So I was dying of discomfort. Showered, took a little nap, charged up, went to charged up. Went to a few restaurants, and I was like, oh, it's a Monday. I can just walk right in. To some that I really wanted to hit up, but unfortunately had to go to my third option, which was a place called Le Verre Volé, which is like another kind of like institution wine bar in the Marais.
Small plates, order like 3 things, 2 glasses of wine. Let me ask you this. Eating by yourself, goated, right? At a bar specifically.
At the bar.
Best service right there. That's the move. Or even on a date, like Jen and I, if we go to a place, table or bar, please. Like preferred, not just because we're being, want to be fast or whatever. Bar.
Okay. This hasn't happened to me in years because it's always just like, oh yeah, I just wanted to set the bar. Is that cool? Yeah. This place didn't have a bar. I got sat down at a table.
Ooh. Do you face out or in? Are you I was solo shame or solo pride?
I was cock proud.
I mean, then you can also then take in the.
Well, no, because I was like, I'm not gonna sit down and like face the wall.
That if you see someone doing that, I mean, hopefully they're waiting for someone. If not, they are so down bad.
Yeah. Because
can't even face the world.
Also, then I can't see all the people laughing at me behind my back.
Yeah,
because I'm not facing them.
Yeah,
so I had to face. It's like a small room. I'm like on the perimeter. There's like a joyful group of 6 friends to my left. A very awkward but like kind of like very interesting first gay date to eavesdrop on happening to my right, where one guy was French, One guy was Mexican, but they're speaking English.
I love that.
That's
a cultural exchange.
I was like, this is really fucking awkward. But the French guy, being French and a pervert and a sex addict, he turned it around and he was able to take it to a second location, even though he was fucking hammered. The Mexican guy was like, hey, maybe you drink some water?
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
If you have to do that on a first, how did you know it was a first date?
It was so clearly a first date. Like, so do you have siblings?
Hence why the guy's maybe, again, drunk French pervert, like not out of the ordinary, but like maybe he was nervous.
Well, drunk French pervert, that's 3 redundant words. But also, I think he was also like, oh, I'm so drunk.
Ugh.
Like, oh, I wonder, like, he was like,
not attractive.
Like, when I'm drunk, just so you know, I snore. You'll see tonight.
Oh, I love it. He was locked in.
Yeah. He's like, I don't drink anymore, but when I drink wine, sometimes I snore.
That's a drunk guy landing the helicopter perfectly, dude.
And they fucking bounced. And I think they went to a second location. And I think the Mexican guy was like,
or straight to the brib, dude.
I think they were like, let's go have one more. The French guy was like, let's go back to mine. And the Mexican guy was like, let's have one more. And maybe that's when he fucking cut ties and ditched him. But it sounded like he was kind of into it. He's like, all right, whatever, free bussy.
Yeah. Okay.
The bussy free. The worst part, no, actually the best part, like eating alone at a table.
Okay.
Besides everyone staring at you and being like, who's that fucking loser by himself on a Monday night? Which again, you don't get at the bar because you get to pretend that you're best friends with the bartender.
Are you really that self-conscious?
In this room, it was very intimate, very like small tables, very much just like old friends catching up. And I'm the only one there. Again, at a bar, sitting at the bar, totally not feeling that way whatsoever. And usually you get like other solo diners that are also there with you. This was just like, I felt like a fucking freak.
What's sadder?
What?
What's sadder? Solo dining or solo drinking for an hour
at a table?
Shit. Okay. I was just going to say just general. Doesn't matter the furniture situation.
Probably drinking.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I was just wondering because I've been known to grab a drink waiting on some other things to develop.
Oh, yeah.
And I always wonder if people are judging because then it's like you seem like you're an alcoholic or something.
If you're like at an in between.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The purgatory. Hang out purgatory.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway. But the best part about eating alone is that in these European countries, when like the
gypsy,
the Roma person comes in trying to sell roses.
Yeah.
They leave you alone because like, oh shit, this guy has no one in their life to share this rose with. So I'm just gonna, this guy's not gonna buy a rose for who?
When we were even like they press so hard, obviously it's like a cottage industry that when we were at the Sudanese spot, it was like the 4 homies hanging out, drinking, reveling, having a good time. The guy even was like, can I interest y'all in some roses just for the bros? It's like, no, we're good. Like, thank you. Though it would have been honestly a sweet gesture to thank Cam and Negi, you know?
A rose for the bros.
Yeah.
But no,
I was left
the fuck along because this guy's like, yeah, who the fuck is this guy gonna give a rose to?
He's like, I'm not even gonna offer you fucking sad sack
sex worker he's gonna visit later. Just kidding, that didn't happen. And then afterwards, kind of maybe because I was like, I felt like I'd really connected with Jonathan and Dinesh and Paul at the Radical PR showroom. They're like, oh, we're having a Timberland event later tonight. And I was like, fuck, I'm so tired. I'm like, all I want to do is go to bed, but it's on the way. Let me hop on one last Lime bike.
What were Timberland celebrating?
It was just like an event for like Fashion Week, but it was at Cravan, which is a cocktail bar that was bought by LVMH. And so I did want to see what that was like.
Okay.
And they'd said that the food, like it's supposedly a beloved Paris institution. LVMH bought it. I think people are kind of split on like whether that's been good, but it is an interesting notion that LVMH and I guess, you know, Prada as well have been, and this is true actually across like a lot of Europe. Like Armani has the restaurant in the hotel.
They get into hospitality.
But like more, it seems like more luxury brands are getting hospitality.
So Ralph. This is like Ralph in New York. It's you create the universe lifestyle.
But in Europe, it's more common and more of a
dude. Remember the
thing.
Dolce and Gabbana bar in fucking
in
Milan? No, Milan.
Milan.
There's one in Miami. I mean, if Versace has the mansion, obviously.
There was a Roberto Cavalli bar in Miami.
That's got to be the fucking sluttiest
dude.
Disaster.
There's a Versace hotel in Dubai.
But that makes sense. It's probably licensed out, yeah?
Yeah, and I think there's like Versace properties. I mean, there's Armani buildings.
Oh, and then the Bulgari Hotel in Milan. Fire. That's like next level shit. Yeah. Anyway.
There's Armani housing going up on the Upper East Side in New York.
when Ronnie copped the townhouse. Wait, real quick. At the LVMH bar, can you only get their suite of liqueurs and brands? Like, you can only, it's because like you can only get what, Moet and Hennessy, and they don't have like,
we have champagne, we have Hennessy, and we have a cocktail that's champagne and Hennessy.
Yeah, you can't just get like, you know,
I was just, the cocktail I was having was like a gin, and it just said like gin. So I don't know. I don't know. And they have a lot of pre-batch cocktails that they like apparently like very try to push on you that are like the Cravan branded cocktails.
So I'm gonna go with LVMH ruined this institution, seemingly.
I don't know.
Pre-batch cocktails?
Yeah, I missed the food. I really wanted to get the food. That's where I saw Gareth from Palace, and I didn't have enough VIP clearance until I saw Jonathan. He's like, "What the fuck? You don't have the red wristband?" And I'm like,
"Oh, it was a tiered out situation
because it's 4 floors." I was like, "I can only go to 4."
So literal caste system. Yeah. You can only go up to 2.
It was like the platform. It's like, all right, we start with Moe and Hennessy.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to 3. It's like, there's only Hennessy.
Yeah.
Or you go down, okay, there's only slop for you fucking non-VIPs.
The pre-batched.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I mainly went because I wanted to do my favorite thing in the world, bike on a fucking e-bike and listen to nostalgic music and think that I'm fucking Jimmy in Paris. And I narrowed it down to the 3 best songs to listen to while biking around in Paris.
Real quick, as someone who caught a little bit of that vibe, sans music, because if I had headphones in, I'm dead.
Oh, you'd be dead.
It's the opposite of lost in translation would be what? Locked in translation? Because like it's the best part of being alone in a foreign land, headphones, bike.
Yeah.
Versus you at dinner not even being offered a rose because you're alone and lost in the world.
I'm like, yeah, I'm with Karen O on the Bowery. Because Maps by Yeah Yeahs.
Sure.
Song.
Okay.
They don't love you like.
Oh, do you want any of these to be the outro music, or you want to go with Dispatch?
I don't know.
Okay.
MGMT, Kids, or Time to Pretend. Especially
what about
the
Electric
one
Feel? Travis Kelce's favorite song.
I'm not into that.
You don't like
I'll move to Paris, shoot some heroin, and fuck with the stars. So there's that.
Okay.
Right?
That's where we at 2.
And then because context is king, because I was hanging out with my boy, the Summer Man, because actually I was at Timberland with him, and he had some great stories of his.
Did you get him in, or was he also there?
I gave his name on the list earlier because we were gonna try and get dinner, and then he's like, actually, I got to go get dinner with a very important and famous rapper.
You want to spoil more of his big story?
No, I'm not spoiling it.
I'm messing around.
But the 3rd best song was Future Petoskey.
You like that? I can't. Is that how you tell people to pipe down? I don't like it. We're also doing, I think, a terrible interpolation of what.
No, I'm nailing it.
Yeah, I don't think you are. You were nailing Blackburn, not necessarily nailing fucking Perp Burn.
You don't think I'm nailing it? You know I gotta say that? Yeah, bro. So just Petoskey 5 times on the way home.
I'm surprised knowing that we have one of the all-time Throwing Fits episodes coming out tomorrow. I'll let you say the artist. I would think that maybe you want to listen to some of his new singles that are out.
We have Ferg on tomorrow's episode of the only podcast.
Can't wait for everyone to hear. What a fucking treat, dude.
Yeah. Very heady and deep. Like it went a lot to a deeper place than I thought it was going to go.
Super philosophical, deep, sincere podcasting with just so many classic Ferganisms.
Oh, Fergisms for sure. Fergensteins.
Dude. Yeah, I don't want to spoil any of the stories. He gave us all the time that we could ever want. It was, I mean, we probably had to remind him we got out ahead of the fashion. Ferg is an old friend from the Fashion Bros days.
Yes.
And the best thing about, someone like that who will remember if just nudged a bit. The second they come in, hey bro, remember? And then it's like, we could get it out of the way and then we can just fucking ball. We can ride with the mob.
It goes 2 ways with musicians and rappers specifically. Either like they walk on the okay, I'm done doing my little press junket. Or they're like, yo, y'all some crazy white boys. That was the best interview I've ever done. This was for sure the latter, which you know that it's good because Ferg is the fucking man, bro. And he is entering into headspace. He's definitely, experimenting with some hallucinogens and DMT. Is my guess. Because he's like talking about like demons and trauma and growth and, self-exploration and therapy and meditation and health and wellness, but without still being like,
a lot of health and wellness on the pod.
Yeah.
A lot of dubious advice.
But still being a fucking awesome Harlem dude.
He Yeah, I believe during the fit check. I mean, if you need any more proof to sign up, and I guess if you're hearing this, you just watch the video. He used fit checks like standing on the table at one point.
Oh, that's right.
He just, which is just incredible. Just absolutely no respect, complete disregard for our one single shot framing, like our one camera.
No, because he wants to show the boots.
I know. It's just funny because he'll be standing up and you like won't be able to see his head.
Yeah. No, like honestly, on the way, the only time I would want to listen to like kind of pump up rap was on the way home, leaving this Timberland event, because, hanging out with like old friends, Frazier, Jonathan, new friends, Dinesh, Gareth, like.
That's what Future's for.
Exactly. What? You sound like an old ghost. Like
all ghosts they don't age. They're all dead already.
Life alert.
You can't be like an old like I didn't die yesterday. I died
do your Petoskey.
You
sound like a
you do it.
You sound like a gay alley cat.
Like the guy, the drunk French gay alley cat on the first date with a gay Mexican alley cat. I feel like that's not. It's you know what this is. Listen, say what you want about what is it? What is it called? Mixtape. What's the album called? Mixtape Future. Mixtape Pluto.
I don't know.
No one can do what Future does, whether you like it or not. I got just on the wrist.
All right. That was my day in. That was my day in Paris.
What a day, dude.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you got you got like a whole nother fucking trip in, dude. Basically.
I know, it was a lot of fun. I mean, the last thing, your flight got pretty fucked. Mine was
not fucked. Well, you said your business class experience was also whack.
Air France's air ass, in my opinion. But the one thing was I did hit the lounge because when in Europe, Jimmy will hit the lounges. Not in America though.
Same. Air France, these.
I'm getting a coffee and I hear this guy clearly just try to hit on a woman behind me and goes, "Hey, the spa is the next 4 hours are free, and you can just get like it's free. You don't have to pay anything."
How is this like? What's his end game there? To go to the spa with her?
And she goes, "Oh, thank you, but my flight is soon." He's like, "Oh, sorry, I just wanted to tell the first pretty lady that I saw."
Oh, rough. See, that's an American guy.
Yeah, American. I didn't see him because I made a
bombing right before you leave town.
Yeah, bro. I made a fucking beeline to the front desk. And goes, "Yo, where's the spot?" And I got a free facial. And it was awesome.
Pause. Yeah. Okay. That's honestly what a great way to feel refreshed before going into the cesspool that is like an old Boeing.
Dewy. I felt plump. I felt rejuvenated. Shout out Clarence. Shout out
So they're just handing out vouchers if you're
you just sign up on an iPad. Shout out the Asian woman they keep locked in this small side room that just like massages strangers' faces all day.
So you got a facial, and then that was just the facial, no massage.
I got a facial. No, I mean they kind of do like a
you get a robe. You got to
no, nothing. I mean I kind of got like a little like face and shoulder rub, but like and then I forgot that I was boarding. I like lost track of my flight and like had to kind of sprint to the gate mid on time. And yeah, just because it was a daytime flight, I had that one Kronenberg. I had half a glass of wine, but I fell asleep. The movies that I watched.
Oh, hit me. Let's go. My favorite thing to do on the pod is to talk about movie flights.
Furiosa.
Okay, this is your first time?
Second time. I fast forwarded to the highway scene. I watched the highway scene and I turned it off.
My take on Furiosa was that I needed the second viewing, which I saw in theaters twice, to end up appreciating it more. Did you like
theaters twice?
Once in IMAX before we left to go on our big European getaway because I love Mad Max and I love George Miller and I want to see it. And then when I came back, I saw it with Jenna because I was like, I want to see it again. And I know you want to see it as well. It's one of the few movies we both like. You know what's crazy? So my wife doesn't really like movies. Obviously, I love them. They're a huge part of my personality. The two movies that we both fuck with crazy that are like bro movies are Fury Road, which who doesn't love Fury Road? Yeah. And then she loves Tenet.
Oh, okay.
I think I've seen Tenet maybe like 4 times, like at home together. Not even like when I saw it in theaters. So
bizarre.
Isn't it bizarre?
Yeah.
Which because that movie's about the beauty of male friendship. People want to talk about the fucking how time works and entropy. It's a straightforward movie about fucking 2 best friends.
She mustn't be afraid to dare to dream a little bigger, darling.
Inception.
Same shit.
Not even. Tom Hardy is not in. Whatever. Okay. So Furiosa, whatever.
Furiosa, because I didn't want to watch like the brutal first act, and then I was like, okay, like I know what happens. Like
you didn't
I just wanted to watch that scene.
You didn't want more Hemsworth? He's the star. I mean,
no, I didn't.
Okay. All right.
He went for it a little too hard. Then I watched The Shining. because there's no Wi-Fi on this flight. So I was like, okay, I can watch a boring movie without my phone. Yeah, no Wi-Fi.
Blessing or a curse? Not you being completely.
I guess offline. Blessing. I'd never seen before.
Never seen The Shining.
Yeah. More like The Snoozing. That shit is boring as fucking Christ.
Come on, dude.
I fell asleep when
all work and no play makes Jim a dull boy.
I fell asleep when he like first hallucinates the bartender, and then I woke up when like the little kid's like running through the maze.
Bro, it's an all-time. First of all, the cinematography.
Bro, I've seen Castaway. I understand isolation. No. That isolation can drive you insane.
But he's with his family. Well, it's also the fucking haunted hotel that makes him insane. It's not just the isolation. Obviously, I mean, you don't think the Jack Nicholson performance is all time? He's fucking having a blast.
At this point, because I feel like pop culture has made so many references to it, I mean, I probably have seen like the Treehouse of Horrors, like The Shining more times than I've obviously seen The Shining. Gotcha. That's a Simpsons reference.
No, I understood I know Treehouse of Horror.
That I'm like, is Jack Nicholson making fun of? Is he making fun of Jack Nicholson? Like, it's like the pop culture parody of it has like incepted my brain to the point where I can't watch the original source material.
And you can enjoy Kubrick's genius.
Also, I'm so fucking tired I just slept through it.
It's one of the all-time. It is spooky season right now. I mean, if you do The Shining, you do The Exorcist, you do Rosemary's Baby, and you do The Omen, are the all-time goat fucking. Oh, and Halloween, obviously. Shout out to
it was hilarious that the guy who also has The Shining, the older black guy.
Yeah.
His name is Scatman.
Yeah. Scatman Crothers is the actor. He's a famous.
Is he famous?
Scatman Crothers is a famous. Yes.
His name's Scatman.
I'm the Scatman. Yeah, dude. I mean, even because of his admittedly ridiculous name, you've never heard of Scatman Crothers as like the actor.
No. I know Scatman John.
Who's that?
You don't know Scatman John?
Tell me.
I'm the Scatman.
Oh, that's who I just. Why doesn't he say John?
Because he's the Scatman. He is the Scatman.
So that's a song by a guy named Scatman John.
Yes.
Scatman Crothers was also a musician. Yeah, dude, this is an iconic guy, dude.
I don't know.
Scatman John? Wait, can that be that? Should that be the outro? Wait.
I don't know.
Yeah, Scatman John.
So many. Who died of a heroin overdose, I believe, in 99.
He scatted too hard, bro. Scatted too close to his son.
And then rounding out my viewing.
You don't even like The Shining,
15 minutes of Furiosa, the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes of The Snoozing, and House of the Dragon season 2.
Oh, okay.
Which like
stinker, dude.
Totally fine, just like background TV where I'm like half asleep. I'm like, oh, dragons. It like kind of made,
oh yeah,
like,
house. Oh yeah, dragons.
It's like, kind of Game of Thronesy.
What do you mean kind of? It is the same
it's like
shit.
going from like, Mexican black tar, pure uncut fish scale Game of Thrones to like getting a fucking like, very I don't know, stepped on like dab of whatever.
Well, in terms of
that, you can like, you're like, oh yeah, you're literally chasing the dragon.
Right. Okay, not bad. I would say the one thing they both have in common, just very unsatisfying endings.
Well, I haven't seen the ending yet.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's
so you have watched it.
I watch House of Dragons every Sunday night when it's on.
That's great.
That is a TV show that I watch. What do you mean? It's part of the.
Why don't you just not watch it?
It's not TV. It's HBO and it's appointment television. I want to be part of the zeitgeist.
I don't think anyone's talking about it, but okay.
Are you talking? Well, that's because it came out. It ended 6 months ago.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about a movie that everyone is talking about, Megalopolis.
Oh man,
I'm so happy that you saw this.
Yeah,
I need to know what
big
cinephile Larry thinks about mega fucking dropping this turd.
I'll keep it quick. I got high. I took a bunch of edibles. I went to see Megalopolis alone. Bro, it's hilarious in like a good way where there's all right. The movie is tonally all over the place, right? And there is a lot of like, speaking of fucking edibles, fried, philosophical, historical monologue dog shit that sucks from the narration to basically Adam Driver's character. With that said,
did you feel like you were in the club?
like that line, like when you're in the theater with people, it's like you're crying, laughing. And there are other moments, like basically all of Jon Voight's performance, fucking Aubrey Plaza, Shia LaBeouf, like everyone is, and even Adam Driver is like talking about pigs in a blanket at one point, and he's like, and he does a great like drunk acting performance. Like, dude, if this was just a comedy, bro, it would make all of the budget back instantly.
But it's not a comedy. And I don't think it was Was it intentional hilarity? What you were laughing at, was that intentional? Because I know that there's like comedic moments like the Arab boner.
Yes.
But like
all of Wow Platinum's character. Yeah, no, there are actors that are
Al Platinum.
Wow Platinum is
better than Scatman Crothers.
is Aubrey Plaza's character's name, which is incredible. Honestly, I want to say that the movie is literally like at least a third is directed and edited and presented intentionally comedic in tone. And if
no way.
I swear, I'm not kidding. And it was, and I really enjoyed it. I saw.
Has Coppola done a comedy?
What's up?
Has Coppola done a comedy before?
Ooh, he must have. I don't.
Ain't no way.
I don't know. I mean, his famous, 4 or 5 film run are all like, very serious, dramatic movies. But
Peggy Sue Got Married.
Never seen it. Who's in it?
The Peeper. You're a Big Boy Now.
Wait.
Jack with Robin Williams. That was Coppola. Holy shit!
Is that even a comedy?
No,
yeah,
I don't think so.
No, okay. Anyway,
Peggy Sue Got Married, starring Kathleen Turner, Nick Cage, and Jim Carrey.
There you go. That's a great cast. Holy shit, that's a great cast. What year did that come out?
86.
And my apologies for, I guess, my fellow cinephiles was like, you haven't seen Peggy Sue. I'm sure no one is saying that, by the way. The comedic stuff just really landed. I had a great time. Listen.
Did it land, or was it just that you were really high in a movie theater with other people that were there seeing it ironically?
All right. No. That's the thing, though. It's not ironic because it is tonally, like there's a scene where Adam Driver is introducing, also this is mad embarrassing, whoever they cast to play the main woman, for whatever reason, my high ass, I thought I was watching Meghan Markle the whole movie. They look exactly the same to me. I know. That's a crazy thing to say. Her name is something Emmanuel. What's her name?
Alt? I don't know. Oh, that's a porn star.
No. Can you just look up the lead of Megalopolis? It's some gorgeous light-skinned woman who I thought was Meghan.
Natalie Emmanuel.
There you go. She's terrible. But anyway, there's a scene where Driver is introducing her to his mom, like, meet my new girlfriend. And it is supposed to be funny, bro. I was crying laughing. It was so good. I said this on Letterboxd. I'm going to repeat it here for everyone who doesn't follow me. Like the genre of parody movies, scary movie most famously, and like epic movie. If they had just done this as like a straightforward comedy and shaved off all the unnecessary fucking fried bullshit, this would be to me like an instant fucking classic.
But this was never the intention, bro. I really think that.
But,
I have other friends that are like, some of the comedy was intentional. Other friends that are like, none of it was intentional whatsoever.
No,
it was just like the campiness and the theater experience. You think Coppola fucking self-funded this and carried this around for 40 years to do a scary movie parody?
No, not that. I mean, it would be more of a parody of like, the torture genius epic. And, there's movies that I feel like are similar to this. It's not this, revelatory, grand idea from a guy who's had a lot of them throughout his career. I'm telling you, dude, the intentional comedic stuff, he directed it. It's not like Aubrey Plaza is just acting ridiculous or Shia LaBeouf is acting ridiculous because they can just do that. Like they're directed to do that, right? That's how it typically works.
They're allowed to make they also make acting choices.
Okay, sure. They make choices. I'm sure there's different takes and cuts. And
wow, what a shocker. The movie that everyone thinks sucks, Lawrence says rules.
I literally
you can't hate movies. You cannot judge a movie negatively.
I feel like I'm going to hate Joker whenever I see that. I haven't seen The Substance yet. I feel like that's right up my alley. But dude, I'm telling you, Megalopolis, losing money. The Vineyard, I think kind of fucking sold for naught, like it's not particularly going to, I think, have a crazy legacy, but it is a really enjoyable comedy. Okay. I swear to God, telling you, dude, that's my take.
All right.
Enjoyable. I think you should see it.
Why don't you go see it again? Not high.
I wasn't like completely out of my fucking gourd.
You thought you were watching Meghan Markle.
Okay, that's bad. And I am ashamed to admit that because it's racist.
Yeah, that's not really high. That's just racist. It's actually low. I'm like,
what is this fucking wig they put Meghan Markle in? I thought that was some weird, I don't know. I only knew of the obvious people that were in it.
How's Shia?
Dude, he's incredible, bro. Because he's going for it. And
never watched. So what? Just because they're going for it doesn't mean it's good. This man has never watched the movie he doesn't love. What do you rate it on Letterboxd?
4 stars
out of 5.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna watch it again for sure.
And what's the average rating of Mega Drop a Turd?
I think it was like 2.3 stars.
Yeah. So again, you are always like way over the curve.
I don't think, but I think I will see Joker and agree with the haters. I don't think that's going to be like, oh, okay, it was all right. I think that's going to stink. The first one, you know,
it ruins the legacy of the franchise.
Are you going to see any of these big movies in theaters?
Maybe The Substance.
Substance looks good. I feel like that we're running out of time too.
Really?
I think it's going to be out of theaters soon.
All right, then I'll fucking watch it on Air France.
Okay, touche.
Sleep through it.
Anyway, I recommend going to see Megalopolis, high or not, and then just seeing it. You'll if you watch it alone on your couch, which you probably, I don't even think you'll do that. You might catch the vibes, but if you see it in the theater,
so it's about the theatrical experience. It's not about the movie itself.
The communal experience of seeing a movie like that, but I think is important for the first viewing for sure. Furiosa, I would say the same thing. You want to see that with people?
Tom Cruise.
Yes.
The 15-minute highway scene stands up when you're just alone in your Air France pod eating some mushy fucking egg salad on a cold croissant.
If you ate egg salad in air,
I was hungry.
Bro, that's heinous. That's nasty work, dog.
Yeah. I kept it vegetarian on the way back.
If you have egg salad is a food that only should be eaten on the ground.
I know. It's a land-born food for sure.
It is 100% a land-born food.
Or boats. Honestly, it's a land and seafood. It's not an air food.
Just eat an egg salad sandwich on a yacht.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. There was some hairline stuff, but speaking of hair, because The Shining, that's what honestly, that's my big joke about The Shining. That's an accurate representation of what it's like to have a receding hairline.
When his hair's like flopping down, like, Carter!
Yeah, losing your hair will drive even the sanest of us over the edge.
Why does he say "Here's Johnny" when his name is Jack? Jack Duffer? What's his name?
Oh my God, fuck.
Jack Dufferty?
Whatever.
Who cares? Why does he say "Here's Johnny"? Is Johnny named Johnny and Jack are like?
Yeah, that's why.
Jack is short for John.
Yeah, exactly. It is Jack Torrance. Yeah, I think Johnny and Jack are. What did you think it was?
I don't know.
Here's Scatman.
Also, like, I don't know, man. Wait, so why is the big reveal that he was there in 1924? So is he a ghost?
Yes.
So his family's a ghost?
No, it's like no. It's like it's the otherworldly nature of the hotel. The hotel is cursed. It's not that you're just going crazy because of isolation. It's a haunted fucking hotel, dude.
Okay, so he is a ghost, Jack Nicholson.
Or it's like his soul has been trapped in that hotel or some version of him and he's
interacting with real life people.
No, I know. I mean, bro, now we're getting to Tenet. I asked Stephen King, bro. I didn't write the fucking book.
I'm not going to ask Stephen King. I thought The Kid was pretty good.
The Kid is fantastic.
Yeah. I thought Shelley Duvall was...
He honestly rides a big wheel better than I probably would, dude.
Yeah.
I would have crashed a couple times. Shelley Duvall is... I mean, she's supposed to... the way I read it, she's supposed to be annoying as fuck. Where you're like, yeah, I got to kill this bitch. This is too much. Anyway.
Okay, you want to talk about Zuck going streetwear? You want to talk about the Loafer Wars? You want to talk about seeing Vampire Weekend?
Oh, damn. Let's quickly get Vampy Weeks out of the way. Vampy Weeks live, because I didn't get to, I'm a bigger fan than you. I didn't get tickets to either MSG show. I didn't really try. I'd seen them live before, and I've seen them at MSG before. But going to that little pop-up outside time again was fucking awesome, dude.
That was real only New York, greatest city in the world.
Seriously,
type
right?
moment. Oh my God, it's the Beatles on the roof of Time again. Except it's Vampire Weekend playing the first verse of a Bob Dylan song and being like, actually, I don't know how this goes. And then
I like them taking. I think they're doing this at their actual shows, but taking requests and then just trying to riff it out. And Ezra having amazing banter. No, it's charming.
It's cool. It's cool.
And then playing real songs to close out your actual encore.
It would have been tight if he had taken my request of Down for So Long featuring Despot.
I mean, he's
who was
right
like,
there.
And Despot, I saw him later, then he's like, yo, was that you that yelled Down for So Long? And I'm like, yeah, Despot, that was me.
Is that how Despot sounds to you?
He's like, his voice is both like deep and quiet.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
he has presence, bro. Obviously, he's been on the show before. He's
like, yo, he's a couple, he's like, yo, it's my first time like not work. I lost it.
I was just
yo, this is my first time not working in mad long, yo. And I'm like, yo, that Vampire Weekend thing was cool. Like, yo, why didn't you do that? You didn't hear me yell Down for something? Oh, that was you, son. That was not funny. That was you, son. That was not funny.
I thought it was cute how because him and Ezra go way back. Obviously, the Down for So Long remixes. We've used that for outro music before, right? We must have.
Yeah, and it's not even on fucking streaming platforms.
But him like videoing the full set from the side door horizontal mode, just like a stage bomb, I thought was beautiful. And it captures the softer side of a man with a lot of presence. Despot has a beautiful heart.
The best part about it was that you gave the groms a heads up.
Yeah.
Early on, once you got the bat signal from the vampers, you were like, yo, Robbie, Sham, Chuck was there too, right?
No, Chuck didn't go, but Chuck was alerted.
Robbie, Sham, you guys are fucking vamp vixens. And like, Robbie's like,
he was the first one there.
He's the first one there. He's like in every photo, just like,
he also, so demure in every photo. He also lives around the corner. So he just popped over and honestly posted up, had an amazing spot. I'm sure he got amazing content. No, my big thing was that, so when we were right before we started potting, and we won't spoil that guess because that doesn't come out for a minute, but, or like at least another week or whatever. Ezra texted me and he clearly so he sends me a message about like, yo, if you're around, come see us at time again, Thursday. And it was Thursday. So I was like, next week? Because I was like, aren't they here for shows? He's like, yeah, I should probably change that message that I'm sending people. I'm like, fellow text copy and paster. I said, I'm not even mad. You cleared it up for me immediately. We don't need to belabor this, but like, I get it, bro. I have abused and abused the editing tool because of how loose I am with copy and pasting texts. I probably did it with the groms to alert them about Vampire Weekend.
Why don't you tell them on a group chat?
Yeah, I could have just done it in the Fab Five.
Yeah.
I think, you know why? I'll be real. First, immediately, I got to tell Sham. Also, Sham he was getting me Oasis tickets. So I had a whole thing already happening. But immediately went to Sham.
Friendship is transactional.
Then I'm like, bro, you can do nice things for people.
I'm just joking, bro. Let me tell Sham.
So I'm like, let me tell Sham. Then I'm like, oh, I got to tell Robbie too. And I knew both of them. I think I knew that they were going to. I think Robbie went to both shows. He went to the brunch show on Sunday, and he went to like the night show.
Robbie, you okay? You good?
It's low key at the night show. And then I was like, oh, I'll just hit Chuck too. If I thought Chuck was the only one I thought like was working in my mind, which is weird, right? I was like, no, but well, anyway. Yeah, so that was kind of I don't want to say pecking order, but that's just immediately how I rank the fandom.
The vamp heads.
So I think Robbie and Sham could definitely go toe-to-toe on Vampy Week's trivia and fandom.
Yeah.
I think they're very good live, in my opinion. And seeing them in that intimate setting was fucking, like you said, I will never deign to be too cool for school. Like, that's something that, like, no, you can't just get that. And a lot of people that I know that are Vamp Week fans, like, that were super bummed that they missed that we're already going to see him at MSG anyway, because that's like a different type of vibe.
Oh, you guys go to the arena show? Yeah, that's summertime again.
No, seriously. Like,
some little parking lot in Chinatown with a bunch of white people.
Yeah, and with a nice little crowd. We got recognized a few times.
You might recognize this bar from a little GQ feature that it had.
Oh, the dude, by the way, the guy freaking out the most and like literally like fangirling was Lucas Hedges, the actor, who was like also front row. And I'm assuming he's famous as he's an Academy Award nominee. Like, I'm sure he's friends with them, but like, he was going fucking buck wild, dude.
Do you think that he should be in the conversation alongside, maybe bricked it alongside like the Austin Butlers and the Lordies and the
not that they
was he on that trajectory though? And then he's fucking
not that those guys aren't known for their chops, especially Butler, who I think is an amazing actor. Hedges is like, oh, you honestly, this is fucked up, dude. I'm just realizing, dude, it's hot guy privilege. It's not that he's not attractive. He's a great actor. He's a guy that isn't like leading man like those guys are leading men. He's going to be like, he's amazing.
Well, I think he's also a artiste theater kid. Not necessarily like a big budget.
Dweeb. He's a dweeb.
He's a fucking loser. Yeah. He's
okay, no, that's extreme. I don't know.
He's not having the rose guy come up to him at dinner.
No, not at all. But yeah, no, he's shit, Manchester by the Sea. He goes fucking psycho mode. He's incredible in that.
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Manchester by the Sea. You've seen the gun pulling gif though. Casey Affleck when he goes to fucking kill himself.
He kills himself?
No, he tried. Well, do you know what happens in Manchester by the Sea? Spoiler.
I thought that's Shane Gillis where he's like, ooh.
No. No, it's he grabs a cop's gun and like goes to kill himself, and they have to. He is fucked up with the boys on a boys' night in the garage or the basement. They all get kicked out, right? He goes on the worst bodega run of all time because he comes back, and I don't forget if it's a cigarette that the boys are smoking. His whole family dies because the house burns down. Spoiler alert. And he wasn't there because he was going to cop Doritos, Cheetos, and Fritos.
Fire.
Or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
All right.
You never see Manchester by the Sea?
No. Maybe I'll watch it on a plane next time I need to take a nap.
All right. Okay.
Sounds boring as fuck.
All right. What else do we want to talk about?
Let's close it out with the recent, this is super niche, but the loafer wars.
Oh, not Zuckerberg.
What do you want to say about Zuckerberg?
The style of the t-shirts is such an era that is.
Also, sorry, did you not want to talk about my thing?
No. What do you mean your thing?
No, we're doing your thing now. Zuckerberg.
Wait, why is it my thing? Oh, because I was like, we should talk about this.
I was like, hey, I'm going to talk about this. You're like, no, we're not going to talk about Zuckerberg. Now we're talking about Zuckerberg.
Can we talk about both?
Yeah, of course.
Would you rather end it or would you rather
talk to me about Zuck?
I just don't understand. No, I do understand. It's just so fucking perfectly delicious to me that the design era that he's referencing with these terrible t-shirts is like the one thing right now that is painfully uncool, which is 2012 streetwear.
Yo, maybe he's trying to get ahead of the trend because in like 10 years, in 2034, people are going to be looking 20 years back. It's like, yo, let me get my Cookie Monster fitted. My fucking,
it's not even
my
that.
10 deep t-shirt.
No, it's the homies Hermes flip era. Right. It's the dope hat. It's like Dope Couture is the name of that brand. We looked it up before we started potting. It just, and I get why this is honestly, Amiri, King Amiri.
I don't even think that Zuck, I think you're giving him too much credit. I think that he's just like, yo, I want to look like a fucking Fortnite, like video game guy.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
Custom cut the t-shirts to like make me look broad shouldered
and
to make
brolic.
Me look. His Roman Empire is the Roman Empire. Like he got, remember he's like, yo, bring back the Roman tradition of making statues of your wives.
Oh, that Daniel Arsham made. That's why I'm also like, it's like Zuckerberg.
It is like loser streetwear meets kind of like incel, red pill, like obsessed with the Roman Empire guy.
Yeah. Skinny jeans, big top, tiny bottom.
Yeah, MMA type shit. But obviously the Latin and replacing Caesar's name with his, even though it's not even a quote from Caesar. Right. It's like a author.
Gallagher wrote a great piece.
Fucking
by the way, congrats to fucking our friend Jacob on his new gig at the Times. He did a great job. No, my point is, sorry. I know Zuckerberg isn't referencing that error because he doesn't know that error exists. I'm just saying the fact that his brain, amongst a lot of influences, like there's a lot happening. Everything you said is true. But the fact that he combined all of that in his big fucking meta brain and he shit out a collaborative, quote unquote, project with Amiri that is what like Gallagher's article said is more akin to like a bespoke made to measure process with like how you would get like a suit done by someone versus like a fashion collaboration. But like the fact that all these references and influences came together and they made Dope Couture is like, that's why that era will never come back because that's how bad it is. Like I don't even think you could wear that ironically.
I don't know.
Like the affliction ironicness, like, that MMA style or Ed Hardy, like this era, the 2012 streetwear era has been fucking, left alone, I think for a reason. It's just so bad. It's so tasteless.
Yeah, but how much bad and tasteless shit has come back to rear its literally ugly head? I think you're just like,
we got to draw a line somewhere. Right?
I think that it's not time yet. And I think that we are going to see kind of the flow. Like, I think it's just a natural progression of like how it was and how it will be. Was that like early aughts, Y2K, Ed Hardy, MMA affliction into the kind of like big logo, big font streetwear.
So next up.
That could be next up. It could be next up. So Zuck early, bro.
Not wrong.
Zuck early. My thing is, I always think it's kind of like pathetic when, not pathetic, but it's very like midlife crisis loser dude when they're like, yo, I wear all black now.
Yeah, it's a midlife crisis.
And like Zuck is on that shit. And now like Elon Musk with his black.
Oh, true.
Yo,
what a fucking.
I'm dark MAGA.
Yo, I don't know if this is his
dark MAGA hat. Him like, I guess he does just wear all black, maybe because it's slimming because that man is I don't know, he's a very lumpy shaped body, not to body shame, but he looks fucking crazy.
I have a prompt for you. So power rank in terms of coolness, you can do ascending, right? Bezos, Elon Musk, and Zuckerberg. Gun to head, you have to. Who's the least cool of all of them?
Elon Musk,
right?
Then Zuck, then Bezos.
And Bezos is the coolest just because he's actually Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and he's just because he's like, yo, Bezos fucked your bitch.
Yeah, right? And I guess, and that's my point about Elon Musk, where it's like, even like if Elon Musk was designing shirts, like would Amiri? No, Amiri probably would for the bag. King Amiri.
Yeah. What about Jack? Is Jack number one from Twitter?
Oh,
he wears all red.
But he's a billionaire, but he's not playing in that level, dude. He's not even a double-digit billionaire, I don't think.
Oh, what do you
know? Well, these are fucking, what are these?
I don't know.
100 million,
Musk
100 billionaire?
Musk is worth like 260 billion.
Okay, so yeah. No, you don't get to,
on paper,
you don't get to enter this hypothetical power rankings of billionaires on Throwing Fits, the only podcast that matters, if you only have $5 billion in the bank.
Jack Ma?
Ooh, I fuck with him, but he's not one of these cult of personality guys.
I think he got like excommunicated from like the Chinese political party. I don't know if he's still with us on this.
But even like a Jack Dorsey, like these aren't cult of personality guys. With the fan, like you gotta, there's a certain type of billionaire, right?
Sure.
So anyway, okay, let's talk about the loafer wars.
Okay, loafer wars. To wrap this up, our boy Chris Echeverria from Blackstock and Weber, former collaborator, homie, former guest of the podcast. He's been going off on IG story, and I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it. He's like calling. Okay, and I reached out for a statement on my reporter shit.
Mm-hmm.
And at first he's like, "Oh, this is just the general gist," but then we got to talking. He's like,
he's
"Actually,
calling
you know
out
what?
people for biting the Blackstock and Weber kind of signature loafer steez, which is what chunky, animal adjacent prints and embossings, and then
it's like creating like, you know, somewhat funky loafers with like more like unique materials, not just like the black and the brown and the leather and the suede, right? So I think like the one that first set it off was maybe like he saw an imitator, or what he perceived to be an imitator, doing a green croc, which he's done. I think a cow print as well, like a cow print pony hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 separate instances, 2 different brands.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he goes, and look, the loafer space is a crowded space. We all know that. Chris, on my reporter shit, I hit him up. Here's what I'll say.
Reportage.
What?
Reportage Jimmy, dude.
Yeah, here we go. Here comes the quote. Here's what I'll say. We didn't invent the loafer, but there's times where we've seen our process and application mirrored a bit too close for comfort, and we, mostly I, made the decision to stop letting it slide. To me, there's no loafer war, which is unfortunate because that's just a great fucking word coupling.
Loafer wars.
To me, there's no loafer war. I fuck with and got mad respect for most of the people in our category. But those are all people that do shit truly and authentically their way. After a while, the if you know, and real recognize real amongst fans and consumers isn't enough for me. I got to let you know that I personally see you and how you're moving, and let you know that I don't fuck with it.
I mean, I think if this pod stands for anything, it's that if you feel some type of way and you have a platform, get it off your chest. Yeah, dude. I feel like that's why we always are getting ourselves in trouble or putting our foot in our mouths.
We got to start screenshotting all the podcasters, just bit our shit.
I think if anything, we typically are meaner and fire shots for less. Like completely less. I find it popcorn all day, dude. Yeah. Fucking love seeing it.
Oh, in the comments, like there's like the brands are like leaving comments. There's like
the weaponizing your folling.
Yeah.
A la Barstool Sports.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I love like whenever Emily from Sporting Rich, I'm not necessarily the Sporting Rich customer or ever gonna wear it.
Let's go.
But seeing her like call out whoever and just, you know, trying to like snipe them or I guess trying to, because I don't think calling someone out on Instagram is ever gonna like necessarily harm or affect their business.
It sends people into the comments, and I forget who someone Chris was going at. They then clap back, so then you have a dialogue. Then it gets real good. Then I'm gonna need a free refill on that popcorn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I will say this to Chris's credit. Of course, he didn't invent the loafer, but it is such a kind of specific style, you know. And I'll also say, let's not forget that a certain podcast was the first bit loafer ever offered by Blackstock and Weber. And I believe that idea came from us.
This is true.
Yeah. Just saying.
But it goes beyond just like, it's pretty clear when someone's stealing or maybe paying homage to like your marketing, your product shots,
but paying homage
the product
is
photography.
That's a positive.
Okay. Sorry. Ripping wholesale.
Okay.
Just literally trying to like recreate the formula that you yourself that has worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no original ideas anymore. Everything's a reference of a reference of a reference. That's how people design. That's how people market. That's how people sell anything, make anything. It's just like, hey, we're going to do this, but it's going to be like that. Right. That's just fucking factual. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No one sketches anymore, Lawrence.
You know what?
No one's drawing.
I think the best thing, this will be my final point on this. The best thing about this specific situation, best for us as cultural commentators, is that normally people rip off a big brand, right? Like everyone ripped off ALD. ALD, you never punch down, so you never hear anything. Now, on the flip side, there are so many small designers that get their work stolen day in and day out by everyone from Urban Outfitters and Zara to even like high fashion brands. And those motherfuckers, rightfully so, fucking are out here talking shit. But because they're so small, and this is the fucking problem, this is why people could pilfer ideas, it never goes anywhere and it just stays in a tiny little echo chamber. But Chris, just at that like perfect kind of medium level, at least so that like we'll see it, like it kind of is like way more fascinating. And it's like the best kind of beef in terms of intellectual property theft, just from someone who's a fan of the game.
Yeah. All this beef talk got me itching for another Parisian steak tartare, but we are out of time. This has been another episode of the only podcast that matters. See you next week, Chef. Take us out.